Hola, mi amigos. Yo soy St.Christopher, and this is the Writer's Block, a book review show where I tell you if a book is good enough that I would recommend it to a friend or so bad that I would chop it in half with an axe. Today on the Writer's Block, Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. It is almost Halloween, which is very fitting for this book because it is like trick or treat. It treats you to beautiful prose describing the surrounding, and then it tricks you into thinking that you're going to be reading anything of substance. The second book in the series starts off with Feyre, who is now turned into a fae. So is she Feyre? Well, she's definitely our favorite character, as she is trapped inside of Springcourt, getting dicked down 24/7 with Tamlin's glamour glizzy. 24 hours of the day, this man is going at it, and she could not care less. Finally, it's time to get married. But just in time to stop the marriage ceremony that she doesn't want, here comes Rhysand. Just like the poison, ricin, that would kill anybody who ingests it, Rhysand is here to kill this wedding and take Feyre away to fulfill her duty and her cool new tattoo. She goes up to the night court. She's finally happy that she is free to roam about, for she is whisked back away to the spring court. She feels imprisoned there. She is especially imprisoned because she has these newfound powers that Tamlin will not let her develop. That's right, she's moved on from wanting to be a painter. When she gets back to spring court, Tamlin wants to know exactly what happened, tries to pump her full of information after pumping her full of pleasure, but he does not want her to develop her powers. And so, instead of allowing her to be free and to explore herself, he traps her behind an invisible wall, a metaphorical wall, if you will, but also a physical wall of magic that she cannot get out from behind. This enrages Feyre, so when she gets an attempt to flee to the night court, she takes it and ditches this springtime simp. The relationship between Feyre, Tamlin, and Rhysand perfectly illustrates what women actually want. They do not want sex all the time, they want sexual tension all the time. And that is pretty much what this book delivers. She finally finds a witty guy who, instead of just plowing her, plows her mind with annoyance. With the positives of this book, the prose is magnificent. When we get to the night court, we enter an entirely new world, and the descriptions of this new world are fantastic. Talking about the stone buildings glowing as if the moon is coming from inside of them. That is the positives of this book. The negatives are the absolutely cataclysmic failure to introduce stakes of any kind in the ending. Spoiler alert, I don't care because you shouldn't read this stupid book. At the end of the book, we finally get to the cauldron, and they're going to dunk Feyre's two sisters inside. Now, what this will do is turn them into fae. But there's no real downside to this. They're like gods amongst people. There's no ugly fae. Like, I have yet to read a passage where it's like, and then Mortimer walked in and everyone got grossed out because of how disgusting his face is. Everybody in this fae world is beautiful. So as they're dunking these girls in the cauldron, like they're playing that game at the carnival where they throw balls at a target to dunk them in the water pit. One of the sisters goes in and she comes out and it goes, she's more beautiful than ever. And she was frozen that way. It's supposed to be this climactic danger of these girls not wanting to go in the cauldron. But just like in the last book where I couldn't understand why she doesn't just leave her family, I can't understand why these girls don't just jump in the cauldron like it's a jacuzzi. They go in, they come out beautiful, younger, the prettiest they've ever been, and they might also have superpowers. And yet they're still refusing to go in for no reason. It doesn't build tension. It takes me completely out of the book. Because why am I fearing this? Like, there's no negative consequences. They come out of the cauldron and the description is like, and they were more beautiful than they had ever been. Oh no, stop.
Get away from that thing!
Stop, don't come back.
So, because of this book's atrocious ending, it does not get off the block.